This is Real Generational Wealth, live from Southern California. This is Abby, Espy, and Jen.
Hi guys. Happy
Hello.
Wednesday.
Happy
What's up,
Wednesday. We're just
everyone?
trying to get busy.
Welcome back to Real Generational Wealth, where we have over 50 years of combined experience making sure you and your family always have a place to call home. The past few weeks, you got to know both Espy and myself, but today we will get to know Abby. So if you're watching us live, be sure to hashtag live. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And if you're catching us on the replay, hashtag replay. So what's up, ladies? How's the week going? How's business? How's the market? And you're end of town. What's going on?
Well,
Business
we're
is
starting
great.
to get busy. Yeah.
Yeah, market's great.
Mhm.
So
Espy, I saw you closed one recently. Your client bought in Glendale.
Yeah. Finally, we closed, and it was so easy when we found the house. The moment that we found the place and made an offer, we closed. It's very smooth. Nothing, no big deal.
so how
But
was it like making an offer for a buyer? Because I know buyers are having a hard time right now. So what was that experience like when you submitted the offer for your buyer? Like were you guys in a multiple offer situation or
yeah, we have one buyer that was really on it. And
Mhm.
it's interesting because we saw this property, and initially we were looking at two-bedroom, and this one was a one-bedroom on a high-end condo in
Mhm.
Glendale. So I thought that they're not going to like it. So that day I met them and we saw the property. And interestingly enough, mom did a lot of research about the property, even the owners, who are the neighbors, where the owners live and all that. She knows. She knows the layout of the building. So after we saw it, they said we want the house.
Mm.
And
Oh. Mhm.
we want the condo. Actually, it's a condo. So I was on my way to the Bay Area for a long drive of about 6 hours, right? Because I left late. And so what I did was I called the listing agent who was doing, who was having multiple showings that day, Saturday. And I said, my
Mhm.
clients want the house. I keep on saying the house.
That's okay.
But they want
That's
it, right?
okay.
So we're
Home.
gonna make an offer. So I said, "Oh, okay, okay." That's what she said. So I still have appointments, and I will let you know what happens. So just on the middle part of my trip, she calls me and she said, "Well, I have one buyer who's really eager. She wants to make an offer tonight, and she's very very strong buyer. We have an offer that's really good, and I'm pretty sure that the seller is gonna want it."
Mhm.
So, and I said to her, "Well, you know what? It's going to take me about an hour more to get to where I'm going to. So it will take me a while to write the offer. So maybe about 9 o'clock." And she said, "Well, you have to let me know if you're going to make an offer and how much it is and all that thing." So I said, "Well,
Mm.
how do you know that it's a good offer? How do you know it's better than mine? My
Yeah.
client." So, so that made her give me how much the offer was. So
Mhm.
what is good? I said to her, what is a good offer? So she told me what it is. So I got all the information, and so I called my seller, my buyer. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
today is a busy day. I called my clients, right? And it was actually higher than what they were planning to offer. So
Uh-huh.
I talked to them. I said, okay, the offer is like this much. I would suggest that this is how much you make an offer, yeah, just to make sure. And it's not only that, we'll have to make the terms really good. So I was able to pick on the listing agent what the sellers were looking for, which is, they want flexibility, they want no appraisal and all that. So when I put the offer together, that's what I have on the offer. So
So
that
it's not the
night,
price. It's not always
it's not
dictated
only the
by the
price.
price.
It's not, yeah, it's not only the price. So it was also the terms. So I did it, and that 11 o'clock at night, we got the offer approved, accepted.
Yay.
Nice.
Yeah, because I know a lot of buyers are having a hard time right now getting their
Mhm.
offers accepted.
Yeah,
So yeah, and
yeah.
I
So
mean,
the trick
generally,
is,
oh,
you try to put your offer as soon as possible and get that seller engaged.
yeah,
You
that's
know,
true. That's
yeah,
right.
because if they get another offer, then then you have a competition.
right.
That
Yeah.
is how that's true. Like if you have a proactive agent, that'll
Mhm.
get you in there first and then you submit the offer first, you have a much higher chance of getting it accepted
Yeah,
because a lot of times the sellers don't want to go through the trouble of getting another doing more showings or
yeah,
Mhm.
scheduling showings and
Yeah.
um yeah, and if the offer is good, most likely they'll accept it.
right.
So
Mhm.
that's awesome. Yay to your
Yeah.
clients.
That's my first client to be right around where I live, because the clients that I've been having were far away from me,
Mhm.
and the goal this year is to bring in clients that are within my area.
Mhm.
Yeah, right here in Sherman Oaks, 5 miles
Oh,
radius.
great job. Sherman Oaks, that's a hot market too.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to
So, how about you,
piggyback off what
Abby?
you said, Abby, like
Huh?
Yeah.
I just wanted to piggyback off what you said on how important it is to be working as a buyer or seller. You want to
Mhm.
work with a proactive agent, right?
Mhm.
The majority of properties now are not sitting longer than 5 days in the market, right?
Mhm.
Especially here in
No,
the valley.
yeah, they're gone the next day or
Yeah,
they're already reviewing offers after 5
exactly.
days.
If you're here if
Mhm.
especially here in the valley, you're looking at a property that hits the market, it's booked through the weekend, even if that. So I actually have a client. They started already seeing that because so she and her husband are nurses and they don't have. I mean, they have different schedules all the time, right? It's not a set Monday
That's
to
true.
Friday.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So, and they're also night shift. So I have to kind of work with them and figure out when they're both off, when we can, all three of us can see the property. So I had
Mhm.
Mhm.
asked them at one point, I was like, okay, well, there's just one property that was perfect for them. And last week I said, well, when can you guys see it? The next time they were both available was the 12th. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a week and a half away. The property may
Oh,
not be
that's not going to work.
available.
You want me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was just like, we need to go in this weekend. This was I think this was like Friday last week, and then
Mhm.
so on Saturday they decided, okay, we'll go try and see it. I submitted the PED. Seller's not responding. Office isn't responding. It's already now on hold, and so I'm freaking out because on the MLS I'm like, okay, they have 50 offers. They're not going to take it. This and
Yeah.
that. I submitted a PED anyway. I knew it's vacant and
Mhm.
it's a complete remodel. So we actually went to the property after submitting
Mhm.
a PED, even though I did not get a response yet. Um, I opened up the Supra and we were able
Mhm.
to peek around the house. Well, we actually did go into the house,
Mhm.
but we noticed that there were still a lot of like sewer repairs going on. So the house was
Mhm.
still in its
Oh,
remodeling phase.
yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
But my clients loved it. They still wanted it, so we submitted an offer above asking. Submitted it. I think it was Sunday night. We ended up submitting. I got a text from the agent on Monday morning saying we actually put it on hold because the seller still needs to complete repairs. He was excited
Oh.
to put it on the market because he just wanted to see, what kind of feedback we'd get. But I guess when the agent went to go see that there were trenches in the floor, like it's a
Mhm.
safety hazard, so they took it
Mhm.
off the market. So we actually were the first offer on there above.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the lender that we're working with actually knows the listing agent, so I
Mhm.
think we're actually going to be in a pretty strong position. The seller
Nice.
just hasn't made any decisions yet because of I think they're waiting on the final sign off from the city on the
But
remodel.
you know what? The fact that the lender knows the listing agent, that's huge because
Oh
I
yeah,
know
Yeah.
when I get
for sure.
yeah, when I get offers, like I got one with no appraisal, 21-day escrow, I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, your lender can pull this off. But when I saw it's a lender I worked with in the past, it was like
Mhm.
no brainer. Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
okay, total.
Yeah,
I've
definitely.
dealt with this guy, he can do 14-day escrow.
For
So
sure.
yeah, no problem. We'll accept your
Same thing with
offer.
other agents, right? Like when you get an offer from another agent you've done a deal with or
Hmm.
something like that, like you have that
Mhm.
rapport and
Mhm.
you know that they can meet the timelines. It's more easier to get your offer.
Mhm.
accepted.
That's true because a lot of people think we're kind of against each other,
Yeah.
right? The listing
Mhm.
agent versus the buyer's agent,
Mhm.
or we don't get along. But
Mhm.
we're pretty cordial. It's like when you
Yeah.
see attorneys they the defense attorney and the prosecutor, they'll have lunch together. So I feel like maybe real estate agents, they can do the same thing and,
Mhm.
collaborate with each other. Because for me, I don't take anything personally, but I do have good, like you ladies probably do as well, have good rapport, good relationship with the other agents, with the
Mhm.
opposing agents, or the agents
Oh,
on the
yeah.
other side
Yeah.
usually.
I mean, we're going to be working with them for the next 30 to 45 days. You want to work with
Yeah.
someone you'll get along with.
Right.
That's true.
See, that
Yeah.
it's really a key
Yeah.
to really have a good rapport with the listing agent or with the buyer's agent,
Yeah.
that you
Yes.
work with, even the escrow people
Yeah.
that's going to work with you. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I've used the same escrow company, Escrow 321. I love them. Like she's almost like the transaction coordinator. She gets all of Stacy, my escrow officer. She gets all the signatures for me.
Ah,
I'm
Nice.
like,
wow.
Thank you, thank you
Spoiled.
for making it less, for giving me less work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Very
So
nice.
So for all you buyers watching, again, it's not always ultimately the price. You want to come in with strong terms depending on what the seller needs. Sometimes they need a rent back. And you also want to make sure you're working with a very proactive and strong agent.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and a rent back, that's really convenient for the seller because it means they don't have to move twice. And
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of sellers, I mean, they're getting a good price for their home, but the flexibility is the issue a lot of times. Because I see, like all my last transactions, all three of them had a rent back. We had a lease back in the contract.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you're right. It's not always about the price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
But there you
yeah.
go. The market is crazy hot. There's still a lot of movement.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you're interested in buying or selling, definitely contact one of us.
Yeah.
And
But enough
or put
about
hashtag buy,
that.
if you want to buy, hashtag retire in style if you want to retire in style, or hashtag sell if you want to sell your home.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But enough about all this market talk. This week's episode is about Abby.
Mm-hmm.
So, Abby, I guess I'll start. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started in real estate? And we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I told this story before, but I'll say it again.
Great.
So I got started in real estate after having a bad experience with an agent.
Mhm.
We used an agent that was referred to us by a family member, a close family member, and every house was, don't let this go, you guys, don't let this go. And we would be like, this house is horrible,
Yeah.
it sucks, oh my god, don't let this go. Like, yes, we want to let it go. We have to let it go. So we're just like, what's up with her? How come it felt like she was rushing us or forcing us to buy something right away instead of
Mm-hmm.
taking the time to look. And this was around 2010 or 2009 when this happened.
Oh,
Oh,
And
wow. When there's
yeah,
a
so we were
lot of properties out there that you can
yeah.
check out.
Lots of inventory.
there was and there wasn't, because I think a lot of them were short sales, and that time she wasn't really showing us a lot of short sales because those take a long time.
Takes a long
So
Right.
time. Yeah.
for some reason we couldn't get appointments with short sales,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we were pretty strong buyers, like 20% down. I think we had saved like 65 grand, and she was telling us like, oh no, just get this one because you're not going to have a good chance to get the other one. Um and so we were in escrow, and what happened was I got laid off. I was working as a legal assistant at the time, and I got laid off. And also, escrow charged us money. Like, usually when you get your money back, there's no charge from escrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever get that? Yeah, I was just like, how come escrow charged us like hundreds of dollars, and they didn't even do anything. They didn't even they just gave us escrow docs. That's it.
Yeah.
But they still charged us a fee for canceling,
Mm-hmm.
which she didn't take care of. And And also the loan didn't go through because I was laid off, but we didn't know that we had other options. Like my husband, he's an engineer. He qualified on his own. So we didn't even know that was an option. We just canceled.
Oh my
And
gosh. The
yeah,
lender did
so
not explore that?
the lender, so her and the lender were horrible.
The lender
But
and agent were not good.
Oh,
yeah, so we didn't
wrong
have
team.
a good experience. I just felt like maybe she was a bit unethical or very self-interested, and that was something that I just didn't want other people to experience that. So I wanted to be an agent, and I'm really not motivated by money. Like when you have an agent that doesn't care if the home sells or not, they'll really work for you. Like
Right.
for me, I tried to remove myself from the situation, or you know, remove the emotion from it. And sometimes, like when you do have an agent that doesn't care whether or not it gets canceled, or they don't care about the commission, it's very dangerous for the agent on the other side, because they'll be relentless. And that's, for me, that's what I value a lot, is that I'm really fighting for my clients. Like I don't care whether or not I get paid. I'm going to fight for my clients. Like even if it feels like we're really taking advantage of the other side, it's like, well, you guys let me take advantage of you. You can't be taken advantage of unless you let me. So if you let me, then that's your fault. So, that's what I like to do for my clients. And after working in real estate for a few years, I just realized, wow, there's a lot of waste in real estate. Like we waste a lot of paper and a lot of gas. So we're always driving around in these gas guzzlers, polluting the air, and also printing a lot of paper, like hundreds and hundreds of pages of paper.
Hmm.
And I was just like, okay, let me create something that where you do everything on the internet. So hence the name NetRealty. So that's why I created NetRealty, because you can do everything virtual, do everything paperless. You don't have to print anything. And I'm also sustainably focused. Like I like to promote sustainable living, because like after I had my kids, I wanted them to enjoy clean air and swimming in the ocean, because we love to go on vacation. We love going to Boracay or Hawaii, and I just can't imagine a future where those waters are polluted. So I'm really an advocate for not using single-use plastics, like the utensils from takeout. So I try to encourage people, don't just say no to the takeout utensils, and just use the utensils at home.
Yeah.
And then, of course, rice water. I'm a big advocate
Yeah,
for,
I saw that yesterday.
yeah, for reusing your rice water. You can
You watered
repurpose
your
it.
tomato with the rice water.
Oh, thanks for watching, SP. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, so if you have a dying plant, just use your rice water to keep it alive.
Revive it? Wow.
Huh?
I share that honestly with so many of my friends, because a lot of
Really?
my friends have become like plant mamas and plant dads.
Mhm.
In the pandemic, I've like told everybody, "Hey guys, you could totally use rice water."
Yeah, and that one I learned it from my mother-in-law too. She's been doing it. She's been using rice water and washing her Ziploc bags. Like she washes all the Ziploc bags, and
Mhm,
also like the plastic cups, the
mhm.
Dixie cups. She washes all of that. So she instilled that in my husband, and he's instilling it in our family. So that's something um, that's really important to us, and that's what I want to convey to my clients or non-clients. Is just something that I believe in. Like I believe that maybe if it's just a few people making little changes, you probably won't make a big difference. But if you have a million people making small changes, like reusing their rice water, or reusing their Ziploc bags, then you can make a difference in this world. So just little changes like that. Even hot water, right? Do you wait for your hot water? Do you wait for your water to get hot? Like there's a way to get hot water right away, but it costs thousands of dollars to reroute your hot water line,
Your
Is
so
pipeline.
that
that
a tankless? You're talking about the tankless?
Yeah, some tankless, they come with the hot water right away, but a lot of the homes that aren't new, you have to wait for the hot water. Like you're
Right.
just waiting. Okay. And then look at how much water you're wasting. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of things we can do to be less wasteful. There's also composting. Like every week we have just one bag of waste that we throw away,
Mm-hmm.
but because we compost almost everything that we can compost. You can't compost meat, but
A lot of people have a lot of trash and there's a lot of waste. So that's impressive to have one bag of trash.
oh yeah. Like we're trying to be zero waste, being able to attain zero waste. That's really hard because I'm guilty too. Like I have beauty products or I'll buy clothes. Like I try to buy clothes that are used on eBay. But sometimes, I have to buy something. I don't have to, but sometimes I do get it. And even the makeup industry, they have a lot of waste because they do, well, for one, they do animal testing, a lot of the makeup companies, and they use plastic. So
When
what
you
they
have like
can
one
Yeah,
thing,
plus their
yeah,
container is
one
this
thing.
expensive.
little makeup, it's usually a
Yeah,
big
this
waste
little
investment.
thing. It's like there's this little makeup in this big old
Yeah.
plastic thing. I
Mhm.
mean, the makeup industry, like they're really very wasteful, like makeup and salons. But it's something that I still avail of. Like it's not a perfect science to be less wasteful or to live a sustainable life. I mean, but I don't want people to get discouraged, like just because they feel like their effort isn't far enough or just enough. Like they think, oh, I'm not going to make a difference. Like, don't feel that way. Like just a small difference in what you do in your life, like it can impact a lot of people because it's kind of like a domino effect. Other
Right.
people will do it. They'll follow you. Like, like recycle your rice water, you guys. Like that's
That's right.
for Filipinos, since there's a lot of Filipinos that watch our show. It's like that's the first thing you can do is recycle your rice water, feed it to your plants that are dying. If you wash your fruit, you're don't just throw the water in the sink, throw it in a plant, put it in a plant because they like the dirt, or yeah, it's nutritious for your plants. So that's one small thing. The other thing is, I mean, but I don't want people to get discouraged, like just because they
Mhm.
feel like they're not what like the dirt, or it's nutritious for your plants.
Oh, do you guys
Mhm.
have
So
something on
that's
plane?
one
So what
small.
happened?
The other thing is, I mean,
So
but
do you compost at
I don't
home?
want people to get discouraged. Yeah, we compost. Where's that sound coming
Like
from?
the dirt or video is playing in the background.
For your oh, what?
Oh, it sounds like the video is playing in the background, but I don't have anything open.
I
Yeah, I
know
know.
it's weird. It's StreamYard. StreamYard has
Oh,
a lot of issues. So wait, what were you saying, SB, about composting?
yeah. Do you self compost?
Yeah, we self compost. So
Huh?
the way you compost at home, you just get compost bins, and they're lined so that it doesn't smell. Because
Mhm.
compost, you want it to kind of be moldy, or you want to get worms too to
Right.
get yeah. So we'll compost coffee grinds. I'm sure you guys drink
Yeah.
coffee or
Mhm.
freshly ground coffee. Um, so if you have coffee grinds, you can put that in the compost bin. We have one bin just for coffee grinds.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
then the other bin we will have like banana peels, we'll have anything like onions. You can put almost anything in there except for dairy and meats.
Mm.
Well, do
So
you do you do you? How about your dogs? You have a lot of dogs.
we
You,
don't compost their poop.
oh no,
No, that's gross. No, I don't think.
oh you don't.
No, you
You
can't.
can compost those.
Yeah, we don't compost their poop. You know what's good? Chicken poop is good
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
plants
Because
if you
it's dry.
compost them. Yeah, so once we have those compost bins, we put them in another compost bin in the back. Christian knows more. He's the one that really is into the composting and
The science of it.
planting. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean that's how we do our lifestyle. I mean we also drive electric vehicles. they're Teslas, but they might change to a Rivian since Christian got a job at Rivian.
Mhm.
And it would be nice to have a car that
Nice.
has the system that he
Car?
built in it.
Give him a car.
Are there
He's
Rivians on
designing
the
it. They
road
should give
now?
him a car.
How? What did you say?
Do you have
Are they gonna
are
give him a
there
car?
Rivians on the road now?
Not yet. So they're coming out. The Rivian, is it R1S, R1T? So the truck and the SUV, they're coming out July and August.
Oh, this
So we're on the list for those. But honestly, when I first got my Tesla, I got my Tesla used. It's a Model X, and I was like, I'll never ever change this car. I love this car. I love the doors. The doors, sometimes they don't open. So
Oh.
when I take out my clients,
Mm.
when I
Oh.
take out my clients, the doors don't open, so they have to go to the other side, or it just
Oh.
doesn't open. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, because it's Falcon doors, the
Yeah.
one that goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was like, I love this car. This is my dream car, and those doors. Now I see why people get the Model Y, because the doors on the Model X are just, it's buggy. Like it's only,
Mhm.
it only works 50% of the time.
Yeah,
And a
it's
lot of
new.
times, yeah, I mean, the Tesla is a great car. Like, it's fast. That's what I love about it. It's fast. So when you're, a lot of
Are you a
Mustangs try to
crazy
race me.
driver,
So when,
Abby?
huh?
Are you a crazy driver?
Not crazy. I drive fast.
She
I
drives
love driving
fast.
fast, especially if someone's trying to race me at a stoplight. Oh, I'm gonna beat them because all the torque is there already. So yeah.
Yeah, this-
But
uh-huh.
anyways, yeah. So we might end up getting a Rivian.
Mhm.
Um, I love the Model X. It's just I wish they would fix those things, and I don't want the door anymore. It's just too much. It's too much attention
Mhm.
that, especially when I drop off Maya, when I drop her off. So when you go to school, when you drop off your kids in school, you're in line
Yeah.
and everyone's in a rush. Sometimes the door doesn't open.
Oh, wow.
So it's embarrassing. It's like, oh my gosh, you know what? All these parents are like honking at us, and
That's funny.
yeah, but
Nobody tries to give you a match.
a what?
A match.
A
A match.
match for what?
Joke. It's a joke. A match.
Oh,
Come on, just burn it. Something like
uh,
It's okay. You're gonna be getting a Rivian soon.
oh yeah, yeah. We'll be getting a Rivian with regular doors and not the
yeah.
doors that
Oh, that's
open.
good.
And what I like about Rivian is they're really into sustainability. Like they they repurpose the batteries. Like I
Mhm.
think, did they repurpose the batteries to in Puerto Rico, like to give electricity to the people in Puerto Rico that were hit by the hurricanes? So they
Mhm.
repurposed the battery packs for that, because the battery in your car in the electric vehicles only lasts so long, right? So
Mhm.
it's great that Rivian's doing that. I think Tesla's doing that too. I mean, Tesla is great for sustainability. Um, I love that they don't. I think it's carbon neutral or zero carbon, whatever you call that. Christian's here, so it's like I don't want to say anything wrong about electric vehicles. But yeah, so that's my whole thing. I
So
love less
sustainable
waste.
living
And Mhm.
is more of is your personal lifestyle, but you've obviously also brought it into your business, right?
Yes, yeah.
That's a huge thing for your company, Net Realty. Um, do you require any of your agents in your office to follow the sustainable living ethics?
Yes, so if they don't have an electric vehicle right now, they have to get an electric vehicle within the next 3 months. If they have, because right now one of our agents has a hybrid. A hybrid is okay, but we prefer an electric vehicle. I mean, I don't want to be too imposing or too controlling,
You
but at least
recommend,
a what?
right? You only recommend because they are independent contractors.
But they are independent contractors, but that's something that we really like. I really prefer them to have. I know. I know, right? Like I can't tell them you have to be here at this time because technically they're independent
Right.
contractors. So
Yep.
I don't do that. But
Mm,
yeah, we do encourage them to promote sustainability and to drive electric vehicles
mm,
because some of them are buyers agents, some of them drive 200 miles a day,
Yeah.
and it's like that's a lot of gas. It's a lot
yeah.
of gas you're wasting, and um
Mhm,
it's just not like I just feel like the real estate industry could promote a lot more sustainable practices because I think about 80% of our consumption happens in the home. So if we can make everyone more efficient or eco-friendly, I think it would really help in the future with having cleaner air or having cleaner waters. Like single-use plastic is the one that I really despise the most. Like I hate single. Whenever I see plastic or when I get a package, I'm just like I cringe. And I think a lot of people nowadays they don't know, but there's you can contact Amazon. So just go to Amazon chat and tell them you want eco-friendly packaging. First they'll say no, but just keep saying no. I want eco-friendly packaging just on the chat, and then they'll say, okay, from now on we're going to give you eco-friendly packaging. So they do give you that,
That's
but the
cool.
sticker is not eco-friendly. The plastic on this, because the
mm,
sticker is made of plastic, so it's not really eco-friendly. You just have to take off the sticker, and then you can recycle your Amazon packaging.
mhm.
But yeah, that's
Good to know.
something that you can do.
So
So
your waste management is not redoing the recycling because most of the waste management they recycle and they require you to
honestly, they don't.
segregate.
So waste management, a lot of times they won't recycle. Even though you put it in the recycle bin, they won't recycle because it takes too long, or
Mhm,
you have to break things apart. Like for instance, your coffee cup. There's they might say it's recyclable, but the inside has the water barrier, and you can't recycle that. So what they have to do in waste management is take apart
Or
that, yeah, take it apart and then put the part that you can recycle and then put the other part in the landfill. So
mhm,
they don't tell you that, but waste management, they don't bother recycling because it's cheaper for them to just put it in the landfill. It's less labor intensive.
mhm.
So it's sad, but that's really how things go. So
Interesting. Yeah. That was
yeah.
good
okay.
to know. I learned something today.
I don't consider myself an expert. I'm just an advocate
Well,
for
you can see it. I love that you're very passionate about it, which is
Yeah.
awesome, and it shows in the way you explain a lot of these things. I mean, SB and I are learning things all the time, and I, to this day, I think a couple months ago is when you told me about the rice water, and I still I still tell people. So
and it's
it's a
something you're
passion,
not cognizant of too. Like it's
right?
something we see all the time and then you just put it down the drain, but the plants would love to drink that rice water. It's so nutritious for them, especially the ones that are dying. They would love that rice water.
But that's
Um,
why your passion obviously transcends in your message, like whenever you talk about it, and I'm sure it goes to your clients, um,
Mm.
which is actually a question that I just kind of that just came to mind. What would you? Well, let's shift kind of back to real estate.
okay.
Um, what's your most memorable transaction? I know you asked me this last week, and I couldn't pinpoint one. So if you can't, that's fine. But I mean, like, what would you say is one of your most memorable transactions?
I think one of my most memorable was the one in Chino Hills where I was able to save them. I think was it like 70,000. I We talked about that in the Hawaii episode. Um, there's some that are there's a lot.
I know. I'm sure it's. I mean, you've been doing this for a very long time, so I'm sure there's probably
The
quite a few.
inspection today was pretty memorable. It was a 4-hour inspection. I'm representing the seller, but it took 4 hours because
So
we
did you
just
have to be there? The
yeah,
seller
I
had to
had
be
to be
there?
there because I don't like leaving the inspector or just my seller. My seller has cats, so I wanted to make sure the cats didn't get out, and plus they're good friends and they were my neighbors before. That's
Mhm.
how they're very loyal clients. So for clients that I've dealt with in the past, or my loyal clients, I'm usually there during the inspection. If there's any reason I can't be there, it must be a good reason. Like if I'm on a listing appointment, then I might not be there. But for the most part, I am there just to make sure no one touches their stuff. I do that for my sellers. Yeah, and for my buyers too. I like to be, because that's the moment that you can bond with your clients, is during the inspection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you spend a
So
long time there. Yeah.
yeah, I was there. The inspection was 4 hours, but I was there like a total of 6 hours, and I didn't get to eat anything because I figured, oh, it's a 2-bedroom house. It's gonna take an hour for inspection. Oh my gosh, no. So when I left, I was so hungry. But that's what we have to do as agents. We always have to pivot or be flexible, and just roll with the punches,
Right.
basically, like what SB likes to say. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. That's a life of being a real estate agent. I mean, this is what we signed up for. We don't want an everyday 9 to 5 doing the same
So over the
thing.
years, it becomes your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you become used to it, because the
Mhm.
other it was funny, the other agent was just like apologizing for her client. She was texting me while we were there, and I was like, no, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. Like your client is fine. I really don't mind all the questions. It's part of the job. I mean, they're trusting you with more than $500,000 of
Yeah.
of real estate. So
Investment. Yeah.
it's like, yeah, if they have a million questions, we have to answer it. And if there's anything I can answer, even though they're not my client, then I'll try. Of course, I'm going to try to answer that. So, yeah. Has AJ logged in yet, or
Yeah, that's kind
he
of where
has? Oh, okay,
I was trying to
awesome.
transition into.
Okay, I can't wait to see her.
Okay, so I don't know if you want to introduce. You have a guest this week.
Okay, so today we have a guest. It's Aurora Janelle Salas. So we sold her house in El Monte. Hi AJ, hi sis. How are you doing?
Hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Is the
We can hear
signal good?
you.
Hi
Yeah.
SP, hi Jen, been watching you
Hi.
guys.
Hi.
He
You've been
watches our show
really
a
To
lot.
meet you.
you've been really helpful for everyone who's really scared to enter this kind of thing.
Awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Is your video is freezing a little bit.
I know because the signal here is not good.
Oh, there we can
So
see you.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
she's at their home in El
El
Monte.
Monte.
Can you show us all the changes that you put in the home?
Oh, there's a so here the I made some plant boxes. It used to be just plain
Oh yeah, there
plain
was nothing there.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
there was nothing there. So this is I'm planning to do a pond here, but it's not allowed by the city, so I got frustrated. So
Mhm.
I was telling her, don't put a pond too close to the house,
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
That's for
yeah,
because
water.
you
I
might
just
encroach on the
yeah.
foundation, or
Mhm.
yeah.
So just basically is um aesthetics. Is that what you call that,
Yeah.
Abby?
Yeah, aesthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the house is really functional though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're in the back lot, so it's
Wow, that's
we have
big.
a driveway. Go that's
That's
the
a
main.
long
That's
driveway.
just the parking area.
Yeah,
So can you
Wow.
show us? She'll show us the back. The back is
yeah.
huge.
So
They
I
have this
already
huge lot.
we already I already cleaned I mean fixed some. So we're getting ready for a gender reveal on Saturday
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
be there.
nice.
for my sister. So
Yeah, her
I'm trying.
sister is married to my cousin Dwight. So
Nice.
So
we're gonna be there
actually,
for the gender reveal. But look at their
Oh,
yeah.
backyard.
So this is
Wow,
the
oh my
guys,
gosh, that's
backyard.
yes.
big.
Yeah, it's in El
So
Monte.
yeah,
It's huge.
Mhm.
it's so huge. So
Mhm.
um, it's yeah. This is um the thing that I fell in love with
The yard.
You can
Yeah.
put an ADU there.
Yeah, there
the
was. There
backyard.
was an ADU
Oh.
previously, but they had it removed. And
Yeah.
I call her at the AJ. At the AJ had the foresight to look at the potential of the home, because when we first
Yeah.
looked at it, the kitchen, oh my gosh, the kitchen was had to be, it was a tear down. And
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not a good kitchen, but I saw the potential and I told Abby and my mom and my sister. Actually, it's my mom and my sister who has the loan and who has purchased the house.
yeah, but
I'm
she was
just
the one that was doing
I'm just
everything.
I'm just
Mhm.
the devil's advocate.
There you
So
Yeah,
go.
we have roses here now and we have trees and I trimmed the trees too. So
Mhm.
yeah.
just to, and if only Abby could show you the old pictures, but the kitchen is here now. I'm gonna show
It's in
you
a
the kitchen.
different, so the kitchen is in a different place. They moved the kitchen from one spot to another.
Mm.
Oh, you did you
We lost her.
sis, bye.
She's not there. I
What
think
happened?
she
No,
complained.
because her
Okay.
connection was really.
Her connection was pretty shaky, but
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
their house is nice. It's a huge lot. And she was the one that really pushed for it, because when she saw it, she saw
Back.
the,
Give me one
okay,
She's
second.
back.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost.
There you go.
There's
Okay.
the
Oh,
kitchen.
there
This is
you
the
go.
kitchen.
Sorry for the signal. So here's the kitchen. So I
Oh,
Ang
moved
nice.
ganda,
over.
sis. It looks
Ayan. So
good.
it's
New
kind of
cabinet,
busy now. New cabinets, new everything.
Sage
So
green.
new
so
counter.
new
Nice.
counter, new
Wow.
appliances,
New
everything.
place too. They moved it from one side of the house to another,
Oh.
So
and they closed the
so this
wall.
is
And
this is the dining. This used to be the dining, and this is just the kitchen. So my
Mhm.
mom loves to cook, so
oh yeah, she cooks very good food,
she
like
she
awesome Filipino food.
we decided to make the whole thing the
Smart. Yeah.
kitchen,
Mhm.
and then we opened this wall. This
Mm.
used to be
Who's
closed,
there?
and then we opened it so it would be open to the living room,
Oh, nice.
and then we that's the dining, and that's
Can
my
you show us
mom.
your mom?
Mom, say hi.
Hi, Tita.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
nice to see
Hello.
you, Tita.
Hi,
Tita
down.
Aurora.
Yeah, so yes, and yeah, so it's an entirely different kitchen.
Very nice.
It's
And
awesome.
So
we
AJ, if I can ask you a quick question, how was it working with Abby?
it was we bonded quite well. We understood each other's soups. Cuz I know how we I don't know, it's just a mutual understanding thing. I mean, I saw her vision and she saw mine. So it's like we just
Like we kind
that's why
They click.
I
See,
told
that's the key. She was listening to what you want.
yeah, because I'm a Libra, so I have to listen. So I
Mhm.
always and yeah, and that's why I told my mom and my sister that you know what, let me do the talking, and I'll just explain to you guys
she did everything.
so
Nice.
it wouldn't be hard for both sides because I really love the property even though it's old and it's not even that old. It's really nice now.
Yeah,
See,
it's older, but it looks new.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
it looks
we
like
have
they
already a
fixed it up
tent
from,
for Saturday.
Nice.
yeah,
Mhm.
for their gender reveal.
Yeah,
But
we have,
yeah, their house has a lot of
and
has
and this
avocado
is the
trees.
this is the thing that we have to. I don't know, the signal would be bad here, but
I
if
think so. We're losing you a
Yeah,
little
your
bit.
video's pausing.
yeah, so this is we already removed the structure inside. So
Oh
for
yeah,
now,
they had
for
an unpermitted something unpermitted in there, like
for
a
now
room.
it's a storage and a studio for me when I do my live
Uh-huh.
because I do broadcast too. So
Nice.
yeah, so that's the garage and it's so big.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
almost 8,200, right,
Oh yeah. Okay. I
Abby?
thought it was
Oh,
like
the
nine
lot.
thousand.
Oh, that's good
Yeah,
size.
For El Monte, that's huge.
yeah.
Yeah, because they have that long driveway too, and then also the garage. You look so pretty today, sis.
Thank
Ang
you.
ganda. Wow, ang ganda.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. I'm
Project
so
in progress.
I'm really I'm really happy that you guys came up with this program,
Yeah.
because I always share it to my friends, because a lot of my friends
Oh,
have no, I mean, we are like, all of us, we don't have any idea, and we're so scared to do
Mm-hmm.
real estate. Now that you're open to this, we
Mm-hmm.
can easily listen to everything, that we need to know. That's why it's so exciting, and I'm so thankful that, there's like resource persons and people like you guys to help us with this kind of things. So yeah, Abby just doesn't know how thankful we are that
Oh.
she
oh.
opened our I mean our
Oh,
world
because
to
we were
something
gonna
else.
rent. Remember, you guys were first. Reza contacted me about renting,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "That's a lot for rent, like 3,000." I think she was saying, "Oh, we can go up to 3,000," and I was like, "Well, you can also buy a house for 3,000 a
Might as well
month."
buy a house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like,
Yeah.
so I told her, I was like, go, can you contact my lender and see what you get pre-approved for? They had great credit, everything was perfect, no debt, and then they were like, oh, here's an approval, 3% down, and
Mhm.
they got approved, and yeah, we got them a home within a month.
I know that
Wow.
So
it was
fast.
it
It
was
was
so
Did
fast.
you
It
have
fast.
a
was so
down
fast.
payment assistance? Were you able to do
No,
down?
no down payment assistance. They had it. Her
They
sister
have some
has it.
money. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. With
it
this
Mom,
kind
worked
of
out.
market, and then you were able to do 3% down,
Mm-hmm.
and a nice home with 8,700 square feet lot. Wow, that's a deal.
Yeah.
And new windows.
new
So
windows,
Windows,
one of the
yeah.
things was they have new windows
new
in one of the
windows, and
rooms.
a new gift
Um,
door from Abby.
oh
Oh
yeah,
wow! Look at that. How
yeah.
nice.
The
I gave them
door.
a door, a new door, and
Yeah,
then after
yeah.
that they renovated everything. I was like, okay,
The
let's start with the door, and after
the
that, you
the
guys go.
windows are really nice. They're all new. So
Yeah, they're all new.
I just put a tent because it's too visible from the outside. So I
Mm-hmm.
did the tents.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So it's a one-way thing. So the rooms you
Oh yeah, you
cannot
can't
see
see on
it.
the
Yeah.
inside.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
It
that's
looks
what I
good,
did.
sis. Yeah, we
I
had the seller
know
do that. We had the seller
the
upgrade all the
windows.
windows and do the stucco work to put the windows
Oh, this is the
into.
one that you were saying.
Yeah, this is the one that I was talking about. Actually, it's one
Mhm.
of my most memorable transactions.
I'm sure it's like,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was really nice helping you guys because you didn't realize that you can buy. Like that's
yeah.
the best thing. It's like, oh, we want
Honestly,
to rent,
that's
and but
that's one thing that we common people like us are really thankful for you people coming out like this,
Mm-hmm.
doing this
oh,
show.
thank
It's really
you.
helpful. You just don't
Yeah.
have
And
any idea. Everybody's so scared to
Yeah.
mhm.
ask even a question.
Yeah, that's
But now
true.
you're all out and helping. That's got,
Thank you
it's
for supporting. Thank you for
Thank
Thank
always
you,
you,
sharing.
sis.
AJ, for saying that. Yes, and people can actually send us email or
Or just
PM.
PM. Yeah, PM
Yeah,
or
just
DM
PM
us.
us. Even on replays,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
That's
we
why
can
whenever
still
I
get to answer you. We can
yeah.
still answer your question and address your concerns.
Very true.
That's what
That's
we're
why
here for.
when I always get a chance, I share your show so that
You do. You
my
do. I
friends
always
who
see you
are
sharing the
really
show.
interested to get a house, and
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
trusted
sis.
people.
Yeah, thank you.
Anytime, thank
Well,
you.
thank you so
You're
much for
God.
being on the
You're
show. We love
you're
having you
you're
as a
you're
guest.
God. You're God's gift to us.
Oh, how
Oh,
nice! That's the
Oh,
best compliment today.
oh
thank
I
you.
wow.
Thank
I'm
know.
really
you.
You
blessed.
Congratulations on the home. Congratulations to your
Thank
sister.
you. Thank you. Abby really changed our lives.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you,
Honestly,
sis.
with I'm just being honest right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be too I don't want to cry, but yeah, you did.
too
Oh my
mushy.
god, don't make me cry. I don't know how to cry
No,
pretty.
because I don't. I it's she doesn't have any idea, but
Mm.
yeah, we're really thankful that you did came to our lives,
Oh, me too, sis. Thank you. Thank you so
See,
much.
that is the reason
and
why
more
we like
power to
it,
you
because
guys.
yeah,
Okay,
we
thank you.
see that we change people's lives. That's the big thing.
Yeah, very true.
Mhm.
Continue doing what you do, and good luck to the three of you. I'm
Thank
so
you
happy
Oh,
Thank
that
so
you,
you have a
much.
MJ.
show.
thank you, sis.
Have a
Okay,
good
bye.
night.
Nice
All
seeing
right,
you.
goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh,
Oh my
that
God,
was so
so
nice.
sweet.
That was so
So
You're
nice.
the
sweet.
sweetest. Yeah,
But yeah,
so as you guys can
I
see,
mean, what just as we just said it, she hit the
yeah,
nail on the head. Is we change people's lives,
Yeah.
and Abby, you
not just
obviously,
me, these other women too, like SP and Jen, they do the same thing. This is
Mm-hmm.
part of our lives every
Yeah.
day as real estate agents.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you have to really, I'm not saying be careful, but be choosy with your agent. I
yeah,
mean, this is something that we do all the time is we do change people's lives. This is a commitment. Buying a home is a huge commitment, sometimes
Yes.
even longer than a lot of marriages.
Mm-hmm.
So choosing the
It's
right
the
agent
biggest
is important.
investment that you have to do, you know. That is the first biggest investment that usually people have to do is buying their own home.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're running out of time. So I just wanted to introduce my family.
bring them on.
Bring
Okay.
them on. I want to see them here.
Okay. Let me get down from here. Okay, here's Maya.
There's our chefs.
Oh, watch out. Go this
The
way.
two chefs we have here.
Here's Chef Maya. But Maya's good at everything. Not just
Ah,
Hi,
I saw you
Maya.
planting too.
okay, Malia here. Okay, Chef Malia. Okay, you talk. What do you want to say?
It's too high.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
there you go.
Uh, I like to speak because I love my mommy and daddy because I love it so much. That is so handsome.
Why are you talking like a baby? Oh my gosh. Okay, Maya. Okay, do you want to say anything, Chef Maya?
I'm thankful that my mommy gives lets me go to Kids Zone and she cooks for us and she uh she's so pretty.
Oh my god.
He
Okay.
is.
Okay,
Absolutely.
here. How about you, Daddy?
What about you,
And
Christian?
here's Christian.
Yeah.
we're we're very proud of Abby and the work that she does and everything she does with Net Realty and just being the business savvy woman that she is.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
All
let
right.
me go back.
Great support from family makes a big deal.
That's
Yes,
true.
For
yes,
the kind
that's
of work
true.
we do, when we have a support from family and they're more understanding and supportive to you, that really, uplifts us, especially the kind of job that we have is very stressful. It can
Mhm.
go hot and cold in any second. And if you have family that supports you, that makes a big, big difference there.
That's true. Like I feel guilty sometimes because I can't be there all the time because I still have to work. But yeah, it does help when you have the support of your husband or
Mhm.
also the kids. Like
Yes.
they're very independent.
Hmm.
Both these girls. Oh my
They take
gosh.
after their mom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It resonates, Abby.
oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very blessed to have such a nice family and
Hmm.
yeah, very supportive husband. He's so tall. Look, he's not
Cushion your
even
head
in
cut
the
off.
he's out of the frame. And so he's more than a foot taller than me. I'm not that tall. I'm like five one and a
You
half.
need him so that you don't have to get a ladder to go to the kitchen and get some stuff, right?
Yeah, he's useful for that. He's awesome at getting stuff for me. So yeah,
Well,
he's
Abby, do you have any last words? Anything you want to say to our audience
mm, all I want to say is please
other than
recycle your rice water.
other than save your rice water?
Please recycle your rice water, feed it to your plants, and yeah, and contact any one of us if you need to buy or sell your home. We'll be happy to help you.
Yep. And you
Yeah.
can always ask questions, even on a replay. PM us or DM us, depending on your question. Maybe you feel like you want to ask a question to Abby, to Jen, or to me.
Especially
So,
if you're looking to retire, if you have any retirement questions or about estate planning, SP is great at that. And then if you're a first time home buyer or you're looking to buy a home, Jen is your girl. So yeah.
yeah.
And if you're looking to sell, Abby's the one who's gonna get you.
I'll sell your house, top
Yeah.
dollar, record
Alrighty.
breaking sale.
I guess that's it for tonight's show.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will be sure to see you guys next week.
Next week again.
Yay.
All right.